Welcome everybody back to the Nemesis Gaming League, where the grind continues, and we have an excellent matchup for you guys today. And what a better way to start the Provisional League grind than right now. We have the Warhawks taking on Velocity here in an absolute banger of a match, and I'm joined by Miles. How you doing, Miles?
I'm doing pretty well. It's been a minute since I've been in the booth, but I'm glad to be back, and I'm ready to watch some good old Rocket League action.
Yeah, it should be some good Rocket League action, and both teams are actually already in the lobby. But before we go into both teams, Miles, I know you did a little bit of research before this, so what can you tell us about overall what both these teams have to bring to the table?
First things first, it's going to be a fight. It's going to be a fight regardless. It's about to be an absolute war between possibly the best, if not the best defensive team in the game, well, in the league for Prospect, which is Velocity, and probably one of the best shooting teams as Warhawks. With if you look at the sheets, both Carnage and Shamoy are both top 3 for defensive saves.
Wow.
Of all time in the season. Of all time. But they might be top 3, but we still got some absolute, I was gonna say shooters. You could probably say it like that, but kind of out of context. But anyway. You got Rogue and Strato.
Zadius, though, he's going to start us off early, going to get a goal here, and what a way to ramp things off. Zadius puts it top bins, and I mean, hey, if Velocity wanted any way to start this game, I think this is definitely going to be a good sign for them in the future, Miles.
Good sign indeed. Good little early start, I could say for sure, for getting them off to that lead. Now it's going to be on Velocity to try and fight back in this.
Yeah, it is up to them, and only them. I have been watching their progress in this break before they had to hop into this playoff match, and their progress has been really, really great to see. And they've improved as a team. They've really come together, and I feel like they can make a definite run, but there's an obvious roadblock in the way, and that roadblock is going to be the Warhawks, who actually don't have Rogue playing for them right now. Rogue is usually a starter, but we'll see if Strato can't shine. Strato can't quite find the back of the net there. Seeing if they can't break the ice here, the playoffs. That's so hard to do, isn't it? Just breaking the ice, the playoffs. Miles, you've been there, done that. Season 8 champion, if I do recall. Are you looking for the back-to-back? And if you are, what advice can you give to both these teams in this dogfight?
Never let your guard down. Never let off the gas. If you get the aggression going, do not let off. That's one thing I can say from being a previous season 8 champion, and also trying to go back-to-back. Me and my team are trying to go back-to-back in this. As Slays tries to get a shot on, it's going to get kind of easily saved by Zadius there.
Yeah. I mean, Zadius, I think he's been really, really great overall for this Velocity team. He's the glue of the team, honestly. I mean, he's just so quick, and you're seeing it here. Obviously can't beat Slays there because Slays had better positioning, but it's just really great seeing him thrive on this Velocity team, where Velocity, at the beginning of the season, they didn't have a whole lot of hope. And now they're finally hitting their strides, and this is the perfect time to do it as they stir up 1-0 with 2 minutes and 55 seconds left on the clock. We will see if Sage can get a hit here. He does. Down to Carnage. Carnage over to Strato. Strato gets a bang. Down to Slays. Slays can't. Oh, he does sneak it past them. A sneaky touch and a sneaky goal.
A slight little touch to get it past the first defender. A really good little side flip there to get it past one. Unfortunately, Paranoid wasn't able to get the save off the back wall. He got awkward and just wasn't able to get there to stop it. And now it's tied.
Man, that is so unfortunate if your Velocity. Should have easily been saved there, but a little awkward on the back line. And mistakes have been so few and far between for most of Prospect League, which I'm really surprised about this playoffs. And it's just, it's been really nice to see, but obviously these players are still human. They're fighting for their playoff lives. As we see Slays up with it, tries to get a touch. He's going to get it down to Strato. Strato Gonna send it off the ceiling. A little bit of a waterfall. Carnage there to collect that one. Slays the sidewall once more. Carnage gonna get a nice touch. Zadius can't quite find the bang, and the defense was there regardless. Sage now trying to take control. He hits it off the sidewall. Carnage over to Slays. Slays gonna try to go off the ceiling once more. Very fast and very accurate on that touch. Ball still popped up. Paranoid Monk over to Slays. And it has just been back and forth here. Wait, Strato almost has a chance. Miles, who do you think is taking this game 1?
Honestly, it's gonna be a fight between the both of them. Neither side seem of letting up, no matter where they are on the field. But it looks like, honestly, Velocity they have that kind of upper advantage, I'd say, over Warhawks. It's their speed, their aggression. They're able to just read the ball in ways that maybe Warhawks just aren't really comfortable in doing so with.
Yeah, that is such a key factor, speed. And the speed definitely ramps up from league to league. And if you have a lot of speed in the lower leagues, you will be successful. Strato can't quite find that touch. A little dangerous there. A minute left, though. Zadius with a nice bang. Slays. Oh, my goodness. That almost went in his own net. What a save by Strato. Off the sidewall, it goes once more. Crazy scenes we're seeing so far. And how did that one not travel in the back of the net, Miles?
I really can't say. It's almost an own goal by Sage there, but I guess they were able to recover off of it. Sadly, I think that was Zadius who wasn't able to put it in the net, but it might be open here as Carnage. He's going to be able to find that opening and get it just right in the net there.
Man.
Just absolutely clearing up house there. Zadius is going up and demoing the first man. Going to create a free open way for Carnage to get that second goal.
Jeez. I mean, Carnage, he's been a little bit of a nomad this season, traveling from team to team, and what a goal from him late in this game 1. Can the Warhawks respond? It's going to be on the shoulders of Strato, their most mechanical player. We'll see if he can't step up big. Slay is going to get a nice touch. Strato there to recover. He's going to get a bang downfield. Zadius with 1. Can he get a second? He does. Slays just barely misses that one. It's now up to Sage with the bang downfield. Paranoid Monk gets a nice touch. Can they get there in time? Oh, wait. Carnage keeps it up. Interesting choice, but it's sent right back down to the earth. And Velocity take this game number 1.
Velocity just absolutely aggressive from the start, and they're going to be aggressive to the finish. Warhawks, honestly, I don't know if it's a comm issue. I don't know if it's a like commit issue at times, but it's like they're slow. They're like slow to play to each other. And I think Rogue is now here to play for Warhawks, so I think we're gonna have their entire squad now. Ooh. This might be a little bit more of a fair game.
This definitely changes things 100%. So I am so excited to get into this game number 2. I feel like it's gonna be so good to see both of these teams really give it everything they have here with their preferred lineups. I think Sage is taking a step back. He's such a great player, but he's on such a star-studded roster. You can't really blame them for not putting him in at times. And now, with the Warhawks, with Rogue, we'll see what they can do and if they can do some damage here. As game number 2 is about to be underway. As the kickoff gonna be sent over to the sidewall. Carnage off the ceiling. He's not gonna get a good touch. Instead, it Slays. Pops it high. Strato gonna try to follow him. He does. Almost gets a double off of it, but Zadius there to recuperate. And now Slays with no boost. Tries to pre-flip into that. Oh, what a shot attempt from Rogue. Rogue not using his normal Fennec. Instead, opting for the Octane. We'll see if this has any effect. And oh, almost a really great shot. Slays can't really find contact on that one. Strato up the sidewall. Bangs it down the pitch. Carnage almost hit it right back into Strato's car. And Slays making a nice bang out. Rogue pops it high. Zadius with a nice touch. Paranoid Monk gonna try to get it there, but Slays in a 1v1 situation. Can't really find the touch past. A beautiful defensive masterclass from Carnage so far early on this game. Wait, this might be open. Fortunately, it's not, but now it might be. Paranoid Monk takes a shot. Slays gonna deny it there, and with the Warhawks at full strength, are you noticing any differences here, Miles?
They definitely have a lot more aggression going on their assaults. They can really rely on each other, especially with it being their main roster on the field here. That Strata almost gets the double tap, but it's gonna be Zadius clearing it off of a slay shot on. But it's like I said, their aggression is far more superior now with their entire squad here. They're just used to each other now, so now they can be able to actually do stuff. You know, crucial miss there, unfortunately, by Strata.
Man, that is such a hard miss, especially when it was right in front of the net. But hey, they regain, and Strato, he's missed 2 shots, but you can't really blame him for the double tap miss. That was almost an insane shot. So we'll see if he can't ramp things up as this series continues. Slays sends it over to Rogue, and Rogue gonna put that one in the back of the net, and the Nemesis veteran and legend gonna get his first one of the game.
Slays just able to get it over not 1 but 2 defenders. It looked like Rogue got bumped there going into position forward, but he was able to recover to be able to put it over both defenders, getting the kind of middle early lead.
Yeah, I mean, a 1-0 lead isn't really anything to admonish, although it's something to look forward to if you are the Warhawks. But expanding on that lead is the greatest concern for them right now. I mean, 1-0 lead is great and all, but really taking it to, this Velocity team is something they're going to have to do. But right now, Velocity in their zone, playing very good offense right now. Zadius with a nice little touch. Rogue gonna be a little awkward there. Pops it high. Carnage with an attempted shot can actually put it off the backboard. The ball is up, and it's in. Paranoid Monk gonna get his first of the game. It's nice to see him nice and healthy.
Carnage is just able to keep the ball in. He's able to keep that aggression going for his team. And Paranoid just being there to just barely beat Strato to that ball, tying the game up at 2:30. Velocity might be getting it back here.
Yeah, they might be indeed, as, I mean, hey, Velocity, they've had a pretty good end of their season. They're on a little bit of a roll here, and we're seeing it now as, the ball almost sent actually towards their net, but they are going to save it away rather quickly. Now the ball over to Rogue. He's going to send it high. And that ball is going to be quickly dealt with. Over to Slays. Slays off the ceiling. Can't quite find it. Instead, it's Rogue. And with 2 minutes remaining, Warhawks trying to find any sign of a lead here. They just had 1. Can they get their second lead of the game? Estrado sends an absolute missile across the pitch. Slays with the pass. Rogue can't quite get there. Paranoid Monk with a nice redirect, but fortunately not on target. Zadius misses his touch. Now it's up to Strato. The solo play opportunity. Don't let him double. Oh my goodness. He does it, but Rogue with the shot. The placement just a little bit off. And Slays. What a lead by Stratos, and what an even better shot by Slays.
Indeed, like you said, the beautiful lead. Unfortunately, Paranoid got just a weird little beat there to kind of hit it off the post. Rogue, unfortunately, missing on wide open net, but, you know, it's going to be Slays cleaning it up.
I think he's very good at what he does as a third man. He's part of the cleanup crew, and he cleans up very well as, Rogue almost actually got a dunk off of that. Strato gets 1. He's going to look for a second. He gets there. His speed is just really admirable here as Rogue, his partner in crime, going to get 1 touch, get a second now. Strato gets a nice pop down the field. Carnage puts it a little awkward in the defensive zone, but they should be able to recover from this one. Slays backflips now. Paranoid Monk over to Rogue. Rogue with a bounce shot. Carnage can't make contact. Rogue can't get another shot. Strato with a shot instead. Slays trying to recuperate and get to that one. That one not going to connect as well. Zadius up with the ball in the other end, and Rogue going to clear it away. And with 45 seconds left, do you think Velocity is going to tie things up here?
They definitely could, but one thing that I'm seeing is that Velocity is letting their aggression kind of ruin their rotation at times. They would try to come in and try to cut off balls that Warhawks would have, and instead it would kind of mess up the person who would be going in as either second or third man, which is kind of making Warhawks' job easier. Yeah,
it definitely is, and Warhawks just having all the momentum here with 10 seconds left. We'll see if Velocity doesn't have a response. Here's Rogue gonna take a shot. The placement. Oh man, the Warhawks are alive and well.
A good dime here from Slade, staying into play, staying in his first man. Diamond out the road. Beautiful placement in that bottom left corner, catching Carnage off guard. Unfortunately, it's going to be out of reach for this game. But hopefully, with how we can still see the aggression from Velocity in this game. Let's just hope they can rejuvenate, bring that aggression back, and actually put it to good use in this next game.
Yeah, we'll see if they can or cannot do that. I mean, it's really hard to tell in these playoff games whether or not a team is going to either use their momentum to their advantage or they're going to absolutely throw it away. So we'll see if either one is the case as we're about to head into this game number 3. Now, Miles, I know that you've been in the playoffs a bunch. I just want to gather as much playoff information about as possible. Have you ever been down in a series? And if so, what can you do to kind of come back into the series? No team is down yet, but this is just in preparation for one of them, and inevitably does.
Being down in the series just doesn't mean that you're out at all times. Always remember that you might be down, but you're never out. You can always remember that there is a chance you could come back in, no matter how far down you are. You could be down 3-1 in a series. Mm-hmm. You could still make that comeback if you keep putting the work into trying to win the gold.
Yeah, that is so true. Very good advice, and I mean, something that both these teams can kind of take away as something else to mention in the playoffs is, oh my goodness, I mean, screw what I was talking about. Paranoid Monk going to send an absolute screamer into the back of the net.
Carnage getting a little extra read off the backboard here, and Paranoid, absolute beautiful bar down shot. Not even Slays was going to be able to read that, taking the early lead.
Man, a great early lead for Velocity, and the last time they took an early lead, they won. So we'll see if the trend continues here as Paranoid Monk is having himself a series, but he's been he's been popping off recently. He's been very good. On the come up is a 3v1 actually. Rogue gonna barely get that touch there. Zadius sends it back. Rogue can't find that one. Slays up once, gets the demo, but it's bouncing very awkwardly. Strato gonna make quick work of that one. Zadius pops it to the sidewall. Rogue down to Slays. Slays has control. A solo play opportunity for him. He gets it past 1, 2, and 3. Slays over to that Strato. Double S strikes again.
Slay staying with this play here. Just an absolute beautiful unit to stay in it and just get it not only over 1, not 2, but past a third defender. Just giving Strato the absolute open net he deserved. Beautiful done. They timed the game up. That's so Slays, isn't it? I mean, he's just been so good. Not even on like the defensive half, but he's really more of an assist man, I've noticed, and he's been really great at his job. As we see, Velocity having a little bit of a pressure here. I really like what they're putting onto Warhawks. After a team just scored, you can't go in the back foot at all, and they're not letting that happen as Rogue has a little bit of an awkward touch. His own defensive zone. Strato gonna get that nice bang out. Strato gonna send the ball down once more. Carnage over. Rogue gonna get a nice bang down the pitch. Can Slays find the touch? He does, but it's gonna get actually 50'd out. And while this 50 is happening, the ball is gonna be sent down. Zadius gets a nice 50, not over 1, but over 2. The confidence in Zadius to play that dunk is actually insane, honestly. Strato not getting the best clear, not getting the clear that he actually wanted. It's going to end up in that being the goal for Zadius, making it look easy out there, 2-1.
Yeah, a very, very good game for Zadius. He's been so great, and I'm really looking to him to kind of control the pace for this Velocity team. I mean, he really put it all on the line as that first-man role. Something else to mention, though, in the terms of how the playoffs work in general, you see Rogue actually up for something, he can't quite get it, is both teams do have a timeout, and we have seen more timeouts than we saw last season, but Rogue, he's not looking to start a timeout anytime soon.
Rogue starting to play, getting out, rotating back to that second man position with ease from the dime from Strato. Good little rotational prowess there to be able to stay in the play, even when the ball is probably not even supposed to be going towards you.
Yeah, great play from I think this whole Warhawks team has been playing really well, much better than they were in game 1, and Rogue almost finds a touch with Velocity. They've upped their game. They've matched Warhawks' pace. We'll see if that continues as Slays Sends it over to Strato. Strato gets one, gets a second, but Paranoid Monk gonna block it out. Rogue off the ceiling he goes. Down to Slays, what a pass. It's off the backboard. Paranoid Monk and Carnage both up with it. Rogue gonna have to retreat. He grabs a 100 boost. He's now up with the ball. They can't let Rogue cook, as they don't end up doing so. Zadius with a beautiful clear, and Slays opting to go for that one. Zadius now gets it past one. Can he get it past a second? He's gonna have to get it past Rogue. He fakes one out. Demo coming through from, I believe that was Carnage. So Carnage gonna take a touch over to Rogue. Zadius gets one. Down the field it goes. Slays off the backboard. Can they find anything? No, they can't. And now it's Velocity the other way. And with 2 minutes left, I don't know who's gonna take this one.
I really don't know either. Both teams are on the gas, but at times it looked like Warhawks just kind of got that slight upper hand. And I can say that with confidence because of their mechanical prowess and their diming abilities. Both shots off target. Their diming abilities in Warhawks are just kind of, honestly, close to outmatched of how they're able to find each other no matter where they are on the field. Almost a nice double touch, and Rogue is going to be there to secure the goal, taking the lead.
Man, what a double tap from Slays. You think your third man has more mechanics than Slays? I'm going to have to see for myself. There's a beautiful double tap from him, and over to Rogue, who had an excellent shot. I mean, he had to place that pretty well because there was a defender back post. He placed that excellently. Zadius, though, on the other end, off the backward. This could be dangerous. Paranoid Monk finds a touch under one. Slays down the other end, gonna get bumped out. Carnage has an opportunity now. Strato gonna get rid of that one. Zadius tries to get past three. They're all three in that same corner. Strato gonna get demoed out. Carnage down the field himself. Can't get it past Rogue, however. Rogue pops it high. Slays now down the pitch. Slays off the backboard. Can he get the double? Slays, are you kidding me?
The Madman with the follow-up. Beautiful first touch off the backboard to just put Velocity in the awkward spot, and not only beating one but two defenders. Slays is just him right now, absolutely playing out of his mind this game.
Yeah, he's usually that quiet third man who makes all the plays, and their half is, oh my goodness, just making plays in the other half, and the hats are flying everywhere. What a hat trick.
This Warhawks team is just full of mechanical players. They read anything. They read everything. Slays, again, the Madman. Just putting his team up even higher with that beautiful read off the backboard.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Nothing else really to say for that except for wow. Him having an absolute game, and his teammates have been complimenting him so well, as they have done all season long, and that's why they are the third seed. They would have been higher, actually, if they stayed on the Banshees and completed out the season with them, but circumstances do happen. Sage got promoted to GM and brought his whole team with him, and now they are performing on the biggest stage possible. Slays now has an open look, but Zaddy is going to get there to stop that one. Strato now with one touch, pops it high. Carnage going to have to make a play. He does. Long body Dominus making a huge impact on this game. Strato now up with the ball. He gets a nice touch. Rogue, can he make a play himself? The pass out to Slays. It's a little off target, but it's not going to matter at the end of the day. Warhawks win 5-2 in the game 3, and they go up 2-1 in the series, Miles.
This Warhawks team is definitely showing out their mechanical prowess and their diming abilities with being able to just they're able to just look for each other a lot, which makes this team so deadly at times, especially in that just mid-range area of the opponent's side. It makes them such a deadly team, no matter what they're doing, no matter where they are. They're able to just create the most easiest shots for their teammates and make it just look so easy.
Yeah, it really has looked incredibly easy for this Warhawks team now that they've found their stride and found what they need to do to win. I think it's only a matter of time, actually, before they take over, and I think Velocity is going to have to do everything in their power to prevent that. And one of the ways they can do it, actually, is by limiting their time in their own zone. And I know that sounds crazy, but Warhawks, they're getting all these plays down the field. It's because they start in their own defensive zone because they have so much time. So We'll see if that doesn't become a factor as we head into game number 4. Slay's gonna get a nice bang off the kickoff, and Slay's starting this game off with a bang.
Pretty little kickoff goal, I guess, for Slade. See, he's just playing out of his mind this entire series, I guess. Being able to beat one defender on the kickoff, and it's just able to get the freest net. Even Carnage wasn't able to get there, even with 100 boosts, get the early lead.
Man, really great stuff by this Warhawks team, and especially Slay's. Off the kickoff early, you're up 1-0. It's looking nothing but up for them here. As a little bit of a flip over to Strato. Gonna make a little bit of contact, but not much. Slays to the side. Slays, can he get one more touch? He does. Paranoid Monk gonna be last one back. Rogue gets it over him, and that was disgusting, Rogue.
That absolute lob mid from Slays. Rogue just lurking out there. A beautiful little pre-jump, too, from midfield to get there. Being able to make the game 2 up. I'm telling you, this Warhawks team is deadly when they look for each other for these passes.
Man, Rogue has been so great all season long. He's everywhere on the stat sheet, and it's definitely showing here. Strato can't quite make a play. Instead, he's going to be sent back to Velocity's end. Oh my goodness, what a shot from Monk. He can't quite find the angle as Rogue has a nice save on the back line. Rogue gets one little touchdown. Strato now sends it down. I think the key difference here is I feel like Warhawks are more mechanical. That's no secret, but Velocity, their main strength is their rotations and their speed, but I feel like Warhawks' rotations right now are actually better than Velocity right now, and I think that's just the key difference between both of these teams, Miles.
Honestly, I can say that is a true factor, but one thing that I can say is that Warhawks' mechanical ability is what makes them look like a faster team right now than Velocity. They might have speed, they might have rotation, but if a mechanical player can get past maybe 2 defenders in like one spot, them rotation powers don't mean nothing.
Yeah, it definitely doesn't, and great way of looking at it is, oh my goodness, Strato down the other end. Slays is gonna pre-flip for that. The confidence is just so high for the Warhawks right now.
Confidence is indeed Strato just shooting it down. I think Slays probably just knows that one's gonna be back, so he just went for the pre-flip just to secure it, getting that 3-0 lead. Man, it's just looking easy for Warhawks right now.
It really is. It really is. And Velocity, they had such a great game 1. To see them kind of struggle now in the past 2 games is a little bit unfortunate, and they haven't really found any sort of momentum as Carnage gonna miss his touch, and Rogue gets another one on the score sheet.
Bang, bang from Rogue, being able to read that shot off. Absolute kind of a slot there. Unfortunate that Carnage missed that, but hey, Rogue is just gonna find his spots. He's gonna find the placements. He's gonna find them, no matter where you are on the field.
Yes, he's like my point guard in 2K. He's gonna find anyone, anywhere, at any time. As we see Rogue, he's gonna send it off the ground. Zadius gonna get a nice touch. Carnage now, he misses his touch. Strato misses it as well. Monk gonna send it off the ceiling. This could be deadly. Velocity are gonna get their first goal of this game 4.
Sad. Unfortunate whiff, I think that was from Carnage, trying to either play Stratos clear or trying to beat him. I don't know which one it was, but it works out, and Zaddy's going to be able to put the first goal in. Let's hope, for Velocity's sake, that might be a game changer. That might be what they need.
Yeah, I think this definitely could change the pace of the game and the outcome of the game if played correctly. Now, you're going to have to get another goal in the next 30 seconds, I think, for you to really start seeing that chance start to develop. But you also have to stop the Warhawks from scoring, and they haven't done a great job of that one. But wait, an opportunity here. Paranoid Monk is not crazy today. What a shot from him.
The absolute slot from their side of the field from Paranoid. Unfortunately, it was going to be Rogue and Strato. Strato accidentally got a touch off the wall. It just kind of dimed up Paranoid there. Now, Velocity is in the running, but it's kind of mainly off of Warhawks' mistakes. Let's hope Warhawks can fix that before the league starts getting a little out of hand.
Yeah, we hope so for their case, but as for the Warhawks, they've had a comfortable lead for some time. I think Velocity is just chipping away at it now. We'll see if this lead can't grow as Warhawks are in the Velocity zone. There's no way he hits this. Oh, he almost did. Strato up with the ball. Sends it off the sidewall. Slay's going to get a bang, and oh no, accidentally puts it in his own net, and that's a Slay's hat trick.
That is a Slay's hat trick indeed. Unfortunately, Zadius, I think, panicked because he thought it was going to be like maybe corner in or something, but it just bounced off the wall, kind of just right on top of him. Unfortunate indeed, but they have a little under 2 minutes. They have the time, but can they put the work in to get this comeback going?
Yes, Warhawks are my favorite to win the entire thing in the Prospect League, and they're really showing how they can dominate teams, and this Velocity team isn't something to sleep at, but I've been really liking this. I made my playoff predictions like 2 weeks before I saw Velocity in one of their scrims, and I was a little worried, I'm not going to lie, and if they start playing like they did in those scrims, I think they have a definite chance of coming back as, oh my goodness, touch going a little wide. Paranoid Monk gonna send it down the other way, and oh my goodness, we might have ourselves a game here, Miles.
Velocity might have found something. They might have found out what to do. The counterattacks from them are just becoming lethal now, catching all Warhawks out and lacking. Let's hope that Velocity takes some initiative of that and tries to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, we'll see if they can't use this to their advantage as Slay's trying to get a nice 50. Zadius gonna get an even nicer one. It's a ball sent off the backboard. Carnage gonna get a nice touch. Carnage in a Rule 1 situation with Strato, a 2v2 situation as Rogue. Oh no, you can't be doing that to them.
I guess it's like eliminating the best player. It just turns the team into a literal easy, like just an easy piece of cake right there for Rogue. Faking a reset. And just being able to go up and under Paranoid, just getting the easy goal. 6-3 is looking out of reach for Velocity right now.
Yeah, it is. But you know, if any team could come back, I think it's Velocity. They have a really strong mental, so we'll see if they can't get anything going here. Is Paranoid Monk gonna send it down? Rogue gonna have one touch. Tries to get a second. He does. Slays now up with the ball. Can't find the extra read, and Strato off the ceiling. This one goes, sends it down, and unfortunately, it is going to be cleared away for the Warhawks' sake. But Velocity, they're going to have to score now or never. Carnage tries to get a 50 out. Zaddy's going to get a touch instead. Over to Rogue. Monk now pops it high. Monk gonna get a second touch. Now over to Slays and Carnage, but what a beautiful touch from Carnage. Zadius just can't quite finish that one. That was the chance that they needed. 10 seconds left. Zadius can't quite turn on that one, and it looks like it is all but over for Velocity, but they might get one here. Oh no, they don't. Carnage can't quite find that one. Velocity held at the goal line, and this has been kind of the story for them this game, as Warhawks have been playing some pretty good defense, but some even better offense here, Miles.
Better offense indeed from Warhawks. I think the score is now 3-1, I believe.
Yes.
It might be 3-1.
Yes, it is.
So, in this situation, like I said, it's do or die from here on out. I know Velocity, they have what it takes. They've gotten here, and they know that they got what it takes to possibly hopefully pull this off. But the Warhawks, they're just looking like the better players here. They're looking like the better team. Their rotations might be sloppy here and there, but I don't know. Warhawks, even with sloppy rotations, they just look so menacing. I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is either. I think it's just their aura, really. I'm joking. I actually do know what it is, and let me tell you right now, it is Rogue coming out and replacing Sage, and now Sage is a great player. He could honestly start on this team if he wanted to in place for Slays, because he offers more of a defensive approach to how he plays. But with Rogue in the lineup, you have that mechanical ability, because not only do you have Rogue, you have Strato, who is so good in the air. I mean, you're seeing just how fluid he is, and oh my goodness, what a shot from Slays. We're just seeing the Warhawks team really come together here. Their rotations have been clean. I feel like they're a much different team than we played them last week of the season, Miles.
I mean, I've seen what happened that last week, and It was something. It was definitely something to say. Warhawks is just they're just a different built. They're just a built different team. I'm gonna just say that. They're just a built different team. Like, they look for each other. They have fun. They look like they have fun with it a lot. They try to go for these like fancy passing plays, and most of the time it works.
Yeah, most of the time it does, and it's working against this Velocity team. We'll see if they can't have a response here as Slay is going to get a nice bang. Tries to get over Paranoid Monk. He does, and it's now in the midfield. Strato going to get a nice touch. Tries to get a second. He's going to be successful off the backboard. Zadius with a nice flick down the field. Paranoid Monk going to beat him out. This could be an opportunity for Velocity. Strato a little awkward in the defensive zone. Paranoid Monk going to pre-jump him. Oh my goodness, what a play for the Monk.
Unfortunately, it looked like Strata wasn't able to get the boost there in the corner. Yeah, the boost spawn as soon as he left too. That's so unfortunate. But Paranoid, he's just gonna play the fact that he has no boost to his advantage and just play the high ground. And it's gonna be Paranoid get the team up one, possibly their comeback arc.
Yeah, we'll see if the comeback is possible for Warhawks, but Velocity's looking good right now as, oh my goodness, a 50 from Rogue, pops it high, tries to get it past one. It's going to be Slays in the Velocity zone. Will Warhawks respond? They're looking pretty keen to right now. Strato with the touch, tries to flick it over one. Carnage up with the ball. Rogue going to try to meet him. Oh my goodness, Velocity's looking so good. The offensive zone right now. The rotation's really coming together. Zadius can't quite find that one. Over to Carnage. It's now up to Warhawks to even this game up if they want to win this series. Slays sends it down the pitch. Rogue is there to meet it. Rogue with a shot. It's just barely off. Slays had the demo. Now it's a 2v1 the other way. Paranoid Monk with a demo attempt. Can't quite find it. Zadius with a nice 50. Slays touching a one. Fakes out one. Oh my goodness. What confidence from him. Carnage actually touching it back to his own net. Strato going to get the demo. Zadius pops it. Ball is just in the Velocity zone, and as this all calms down, Miles, I know it's been a lot. What are you seeing from both of these teams?
Velocity, they're looking more deadly now. They're looking for each other. They're actually looking for these crucial passes that can set up amazing and great plays. They're looking more deadly now than how they were in these past 3 games. And them scoring early like this and holding it, the comeback arc may start, but as I say that, Rogue having the most clearest lane of all time thanks to Strato, tying the game up.
Man, that is, I mean, if Strato, he's having a little bit of, I feel like, trouble scoring because, I mean, obviously you're on stream, you're a little nervous, and that happens with most people. Another example I can give is Panda for the Wraiths, who I believe is playing tonight, or already played tonight as well. He's been very good in stream matches, or sorry, off-stream matches, but when it comes to stream matches, the shooting just isn't 100% there, and he results to demos and assists, and Slays having no problem shooting the ball whatsoever.
Having no problem at all. Strata being able, another dime from the corner. Slays with the pre-flip looks like having to help a Rogue putting that in top corner. That was an amazing pre-flip read.
Yeah, it was really great from Slays, and he's been their best player, I feel like. He's been so quick. He's defended well. He's scored most of their goals. Paranoid almost with a double. Couldn't quite find that one. Carnage pops it high. Rogue gonna steal it from him. Paranoid Monk now down to the Warhawks zone. Slay's gonna get a nice clear. Rogue is there though. Carnage gonna pop it over his head. Carnage finds one touch, gets a second. A beautiful play from him. Now Rogue a little awkward here. He's gonna clear it out though. Zadius actually helps him out. Paranoid Monk there on the defense. Can he defend? He does. Very nice from him. Strato gets one. He can't quite find a second. It's now up to Rogue to get this ball. Rogue can't quite find that one. Slays down the pitch it goes. Carnage pops it once. Slays gonna be there to recover off of that one. Strato now with the shot. Oh, I can't quite find the back of the net. Now it's going the other way. A beautiful back pass from Slays. Can't find a teammate, but it does find the post. Carnage, he has an opportunity to score here. He does! A big goal late in this game for Velocity.
A great clear out from Paranoid, just being able to clear house, just give Carnage the freest net he could look for. Rogue just not barely able to make it there to get the save, but now it's tied on Velocity's last life. Can they take the aggressive approach and hopefully seal this game and go on to hopefully have another chance?
We'll see. We will definitely see, as there's still 19 seconds left. Zadius gonna get a nice double up the sidewall. Paranoid Monk with a shot. What a bang! Oh, and an even better save from Rogue. He's trying to go for the double, actually, as a bump happened in the backfield. Now it's up to Slays. He has a solo play opportunity, but Paranoid Monk gonna catch him lacking a little bit there. 4 seconds left. Zadius down the pitch. Gets one. He gets a second. Can he get a third? He can't quite find it. Ball's not down yet, though. Strato versus Carnage. Strato on the other end with a shot. Maybe a pass. It's not going to go. A little dangerous for Velocity, but Miles, we have overtime.
First overtime in the series. Let's hope to make this a good one with how both teams are playing. Velocity getting their mojo back, but Warhawks are not that far behind. Anyone can win this game at this rate.
Yeah, just who can apply the most pressure, and all they need is one goal each. We'll see who can get this goal. As a missed touch in the defensive side. Velocity has an opportunity. They're not going to get it, as it seems like Velocity in a much better position than they were. A shot coming out. And a great save from Slays. Zadius, a little awkward, though. He's going to pop it to the backfield. Zadius trying to get one more. A beautiful save. Strato with the follow-up, and the Warhawks have just won the series.
Bro, just absolutely kind of just faking out Zadius here. Zadius not only basically dying to Strato, but scored it for him. Unfortunate for Zadius and the Warhawks. I said Warhawks and Velocity. But GG's all around. Warhawks will go on to the next round.
Yes, they will, and what a great performance from them, really showing us why they are in this position. And, that's a great way to, I believe, end things off for the Prospect League. I'm not quite sure if all the matches have been played, but if they have, a great way to end it off. Miles, I want to thank you again for coming to cast with me. It is always a pleasure having you around, man.
Hey, it was a pleasure doing this with you, man. It was very, very interesting, to say the least.
Yes, it was. As make sure you don't go anywhere, guys. We have a great matchup coming up. You are not going to want to miss it.